Max Verstappen has explained that an issue with his right rear brake, which started at the very beginning of the Australian Grand Prix, was the reason behind his early retirement from the race. The Red Bull driver had initially looked to have had a smooth getaway off the line, as he held onto the lead from pole position, but a moment on lap 2 allowed Carlos Sainz to overtake. Shortly afterwards, smoke started to billow from the rear of Verstappen's RB20, resulting in the Dutchman slowly making his way back to the pits to retire from a race for the first time in 2 years. The last time that Verstappen recorded a DNF was at the Australian Grand Prix in 2022. Asked how frustrating it felt to suffer his first retirement since then, the 26-year-old responded, "Yeah, it's not ideal. Of course you always want to finish the races, but it's a mechanical sport. These things unfortunately happen, but I think it's the most important that we understand why it happened." Lewis Hamilton has retired from the Australian Grand Prix after stopping with an apparent engine failure on his Mercedes W15. Hamilton was seen slowing on the back straight after just 16 laps at Albert Park, reporting an engine failure over team radio before parking up at the side of the track. The reliability issue came after Hamilton had pitted early after starting on soft tyres, with the 7-time world champion questioning Mercedes' decision to start him on the red-striped rubber over the radio before the race had even got underway. Hamilton's stoppage made him the second retirement of the day in Melbourne, after Max Verstappen stopped with a rear brake issue on his Red Bull RB20, ending the reigning world champion's hopes of matching his own record of 10 straight wins. A first DNF of the season put the cap on a miserable weekend for Hamilton, who qualified a distant 11th after being knocked out of Q2 on Saturday. With Mercedes struggling with the W15 in the early stages of this season, Hamilton commented that the car's inconsistency really messes with the mind. Those remarks came after Hamilton finished 18th out of 19 runners in FP2, with the 39-year-old admitting after Friday practice that his confidence with the car was at rock bottom. He said, "I obviously don't feel great. We had one of the worst sessions I've probably had for a long time. FP1 generally felt quite good. The car in FP1, Run 1, actually felt the best it's ever felt, but it just got worse and worse. We made some big changes into FP2 and it was tough. After that session, I feel the least confident I've ever felt with this car. But there are positives from that, like that FP1 run that we did.